जैन आगम ज्ञान।
नमो अर्हन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्जयाणं नमो लोये सपसहूणम्
Sri Avashyaka Sutra. Jainism is a specifically ascetic religion with its origins in the prehistory of India and is still practiced today by several million people. Like Hindu asceticism, Jainism encourages fasting, yoga practices, meditation in difficult postures, and other austerities. Also, as in the Hindu tradition, one's highest goal should be moksha, liberation from the cycle of birth and rebirth. For this, a soul has to be completely passionless and without attachment. This can be achieved only by the monks and nuns who take 5 great oaths: non-violence, truth, non-stealing, non-possession, and celibacy. Many of Jainism's ascetic practices can be traced back to Vardhamana Mahavira. The Acharanga Sutra, or Book of Good Conduct, is a sacred book within Jainism that discusses the ascetic code of conduct. Since Jain ascetics practice complete non-violence, they do not hurt any living animal being, be it an insect or a human. Some Jains wear a cloth over the mouth to prevent accidental harm to airborne germs and insects. Jain monks and nuns travel barefoot from city to city, often crossing forests and deserts. They sleep on the floor without blankets and sit on special wooden platforms. To prevent attachment to any place, Jain ascetics do not stay in a single place for more than 2 months, except during 4 months of monsoon, rainy season. They continue to stay at a single place to avoid killing of life forms that thrives during the rains. Jains follow a strict vegetarian diet without root vegetables. Fasting is a routine feature of Jain asceticism, with fasts lasting for a day or longer, up to a month. Some monks avoid or limit medicine and hospitalization out of disregard for their physical body. Other austerities include meditation in seated or standing posture near river banks in the cold wind, or meditation atop hills and mountains, especially at noon when the sun is at its fiercest. Such austerities are undertaken according to the physical and mental limits of the individual ascetic. Almost completely without possessions, some Jains own only unstitched white robes and a bowl used for eating and collecting alms. Jain monks and nuns also practice complete celibacy. They do not touch or share a sitting platform with a person of the opposite sex. Every day is spent either in study of scriptures, meditation, or teaching. In this world, there are 4 supremes. They are as follows: Arihant, Lord is the most admired in this universe. Siddha, Lord is the most admired in this universe. Divine monks are the most admired in this world, and the perception propagated and sermonics by omniscient souls in the most admired in this world, says one of the sutras of the Avashyaka Sutra. In one of the other sutras, it is said, I hereby accept 4 shelters: Lord Arihant shelter, Siddha Lord's shelter, Jain monk's shelter, and shelter of the perception summoned by omniscient souls. So, this sutra, Avashyaka Sutra, is an essential rituals to attain soul purification is described. The daily essential practices of a monk or yogi have been described in the Avashyaka Sutra. How to purify oneself from the daily sins and mistakes, and the process to reach a state of freedom from karmas through repentance has been explained in Sri Avashyaka Sutra. The sutra describes how to have complete faith in the Lord, be compassionate towards all living beings, and behave humbly with the Guru. Avashyaka Sutra defines the best solutions to sins committed in day-to-day life. Avashak Sutra is suggested to be performed by both monks and common man in present time. This method of penance is called Pratikraman Sutra. It is a process to purify any impurity of the soul, due to which karmas which are bound daily become nidhat, lighter and easy to eradicate, and hence are stopped from becoming nikshat, difficult to eradicate. The karmas that need to be borne on its manifestation are termed as nikashit, and the karmas which can be cleared in course of time are termed as nidhat karmas. Karma repented upon during pratikraman become nidhat karma, and when pratikraman is not done, these karmas become nikashit karmas, which have to be faced when they are manifested. This is best described in Avashaka Sutra. In this way, Avashaka Sutra is a priceless document which can really improve our future. All sadhakas should essentially perform Avashaka Sutra. Avashaka Sutra motivates us to do pratikraman, that in turn leads us to Paramatma. The aim of human life is to achieve liberation. This can be accomplished through right faith, right knowledge, and right contact. Jain scriptures deal elaborately with the path of salvation. A is self-impressed obligation as to what one ought to do and what not to carry out. Lord Mahavira propounded two types of religion: Anangarg Dharma, known as Mahavrat, belonging ascetic life, and Agara Dharma, known as Anubrata, pertaining the householder life. The great O's, Mahavrata, and small O's, Anuvrata, should be practiced in thought, word, deed, with full commitment to its careful observation at all times. Asceticism is the central path of salvation. The period of probation. Those souls who want to renounce worldly life or worldly attachment must first of all undergo a period of probation and extensive training for from 5 to 7 years. In this respect, the radical step was taken by Shravakas in Therapanthi tradition that they establish an institution named Paramestiti Shikshan Sanstha, which aims at creating full-fledged ascetic life before initiation into monkhood or nunhood. They all learn spiritual practices, lifestyle, and religious study, including the Jain basic texts, grammar, and literature in the institution. They pass the curriculum or courses prescribed and specified for graduates and undergraduates. The daily routine is to wake up morning AM and go to bed at 10 PM. Living style. Digambara ascetics lived naked. There were no clothes. They owned nothing except a peacock feather and one bowl for containing water. They have no bowl to hold food. At midday they go for alms and stand before householders. They receive and eat food from the cavity of their hands. They also drink liquid poured therein while in the standing position. They eat and drink once a day, and they sit and sleep on the floor. Swetambar monks and nuns wear white clothes. They tie a rectangular piece of cloth over the mouth to avoid violence. They always have agho, rajoharan, which means a mop of woolen thread to avoid violence, where they walk, sit or lie down, etc. They keep only limited clothes and bowls made of wood, coconut shell or shell made of pumpkin. These are the articles by which they can be distinguished. Their style of taking alms, gochari, vihar walking, and locha are unique activities of Jain monks and nuns. Revolutionary order. Apart from the Jain ascetic life, a new order was established by late Ganadhapati, Tulsi and Acharya Mahapragya. The need of third category between monks and nuns and householders for Jains living abroad and current time has been left for the past 30 to 40 years. As a result, to satisfy the demands of modern age, the new order came into being in 19 80. It was the revolutionary step in the modern epoch. The Saman and Samani follow the lifestyle of Jain sadhus and sadhvis in respect to the five great oaths and code of conduct for the minor exceptions. They are granted permission to use transportations and allowed to take food which is prepared for them. The aim of establishing this order is to facilitate the spread of Jainism and open up new avenues of constructive work worldwide. Before initiation, all undergo a probation and extensive training for about 5 to 7 years. Afterwards, they become Sanman and Samani. Today, there are over 90 Sanman and Samanis. They travel all around the world. Over the last 12 years, several groups have visited Japan, Hong Kong, US, Europe, Australia. They have attended several worldwide conferences and conducted many camps. They also lectured while abroad at school, colleges, universities, and other communities.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव महावीर नमोऽस्तुते।